Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan. It's episode 117 of our Blind Blueprints playthrough, and I gotta be honest with you. The more I sit and think about this poem from Discord, the less convinced I am that I'm on the right track. They tell me I'm on the right track, but the less convinced I am that I'm on the right track. Here's the good news. We're gonna find out very quickly whether or not our idea works, because it should be right at the start of today's episode that we attempt to solve Heavy as the Crown by drafting Throne Room outside, acquiring all of the things that we think we need, and going out there. So, why wonder when we can just test? Let's test our hypothesis here. The goal here is to take crown, the blue crown, take stone and take royal scepter, all to throne room, which is outside. And it should be outside because I called it a day in there last night for the with the blessing of the monk. So let's do it. Our steps are in this order: draft throne room outside, go get the crown, along the way draft coat check, but don't we'll step in here just in case. We'll step in here, see if anything looks different than the last time I was in here. I don't think so. We'll open this door because it's very helpful to have this door open. So we'll go inside. We'll get the crown. Along the way, we'll draft coat check. Along the way, we'll probably draft laundry room to give ourselves a million keys and gems. We will not grab the coat check cursed effigy until we are almost outside of the house. And then we'll bring all these things out here and see what happens. That's the plan. Let's find out. Like I said, I'm very doubtful at this point. The poem, as a reminder, is: with the wind at your back, you are on the right track, but need insight on items acquired. Don't put them away, for now you can play while gathering knowledge required. The last of our hints, the draft of a prince with clarity for what you desire. Here's one thing I notice reading that on a fresh day with a fresh brain. Each of those lines includes some piece of information regarding, an information synonym. You need insight on items acquired, you gather knowledge required, and you get clarity for what you desire. That's 3: insight, knowledge, and clarity. I don't think that poem points me outside. I think that poem points me towards knowledge. But what does that mean? But what does that mean? Like I said, rather than beat ourselves up, I think the play here is just to draft and test what we have currently. And then we'll think critically about it if it doesn't work. We got -20 plus 20 is 0. Squared is 0. Plus 1. 1 squared is 1. Plus 2. 3 squared is 9. We have 10 plus 18 is 28. Minus 12 is 16. Rounded to 16. Flipped to 61. Times $10. Wait, wait, hold up. Times 10 is 600. No, yeah, is 610. $610 plus 41 is 651, which you round to 650. Which you flip to 56. That don't make no sense. I did something wrong here. Okay? Something ain't right. 10 plus 18 is 28. Minus 12 is 16. That stays rounded to 16, right? Gets flipped to 61. Let me double check my math here. By my math, I mean, yep, pink is multiplication. So 61 times 10 becomes 610. You don't do this yet because it's not time. Then you add the flip of 14 is 41. So 651. Rounded to 650. Flipped to 56. Here's what I was thinking when I clicked 6. It's possible that 650 flipped becomes 056, which could be construed as 5.6. I don't know that I did that right. I'm pretty sure I didn't, but we did get 2 keys out of it, so we're not going to question it. I'm very uninterested in questioning why that worked. We cannot draft Cloister here. We are too broke. We'll take Parlor. I'll leave these gems here. We can get them in the future if we need them. For now, I think we're more likely to just solve our gem problem by drafting a laundry room at some point. Guy's bedroom here is a pretty good draft. We'll do it here. I gotta say, I've been having a thought recently about this game, which I think now is probably a decent time to talk about. Which is, I think it's possible we are sort of approaching at some point in the near future an ending or the end to this game. And as that happens, that makes me wonder and think about a couple things. Treasure Trove is perfect here. We want to grab it because it gives us money that we need coat check very close to entrance hall, by the way. So we should think about that when we go back to the other side. Let me see if I can get this thought out real quick before we take a gander at this treasure trove thing. I love thinking about endings, period. Specifically, like the ending of an art piece, of a piece of art, of an experience, an artful experience. Because endings are this... So, take a shot. I've got a master's degree in creative writing. From a writing perspective, endings are one of the most difficult things you can do. Every piece of work you've done prior to the ending has to pay off. So there's pressure. There's like the pressure of everything in an ending, every word in the ending of a short story or a novel becomes very important because everything that you've done before now has to pay off, has to have value. You also get one chance to... It's like the final note of a symphony. You only get one sound that sort of rings out into the silence, the end, the last impression on your listener, on your player, on your reader. You only get one chance to do that, and so it better be the right note too, right? It better be the right series of notes. Endings are hard. Endings are very difficult. From a personal perspective, I think they're the most difficult part of a thing to write, most often. I think from a experiencing perspective, I have lots of opinions, and I'm sure you do too, about what endings work well for you and what endings don't. Maybe you've seen Game of Thrones. Maybe you've seen The Sopranos. Maybe you've watched Lost. Maybe there's a novel that you love, but the ending isn't quite right. Maybe there's a novel that you love mostly because the ending is amazing. I know I have both. The endings are hard. And here's where video games, and specifically blueprints, video games specifically like blueprints, they take the impossible task of building an ending to an artful experience, and they square it. They make it twice as hard, more than twice as hard. They make it much more difficult. No two players have walked through blueprints and acquired the information in the same order. That's probably incorrect. Probably a couple people have done things in vaguely the same order. But you know what I mean. Like, we all have our individual paths through a game where information can be acquired at whatever point in time you decide to get there. Which means that my experience of the story of Blueprints is much different than your experience of the story of Blueprints, because I got a piece of information before or after or whatever you did. There's not a unity in player experience up to this point. I'm ranting, so I should probably wrap this up. But what that means is that how do you provide the player an ending that is as satisfying to player X, who encountered the information in this way, as it is to player Y, who encountered the information in this way? The story of Marion Marigold, the story of Simon P. Jones, the story of Herbert S. Sinclair, how do you take all of these pieces and provide an ending that could be satisfying, or that satisfies our questions about all of them? Especially in a puzzle game where we're all going to get to the ending with different levels of accuracy of our understanding. Like, I'm sure there are things right now that I don't understand about the story or plot of this game, simply because I've made the mistake of incorrectly interpreting them. So how do you do that? I don't know. Here's the thought that I've been having in the last couple of days about this game. I'm so curious how they're going to end it. I'm so curious what they could give me that would be satisfying to all of the different juggled balls that I have in the air right now. You know? Feels like I'm juggling about 8 balls at once. I've got one in each hand, but there's 6 in the air up there, all of which have to land exactly correctly to make this story make sense, and beyond just being, having clarity, making sense, it also has to be satisfying. Make it feel like it was worth my time to play this game. I'm so curious to see what they do. I have ideas about what might be satisfying to me. I think the big question of, like, is my mom alive / where might she have headed / is there any chance for us to meet again in the future? That's the big one on my head, on my mind. Maybe the answer is no, and we could find a satisfying way to answer it that way. Maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is maybe. I have other questions as well, but that's probably the big one. So let's pay attention to that as we get a little bit closer. Okay, enough ranting. Let's play the game. Let me go ahead and get my screenshotting software open. So this is box number, let's see here. I think it must be like 42 or something like that. Box number 43. It's a white box with waves on it. If this is a green note in here, then we know that it is false. Okay, we know it's false. We also think that any handwritten green notes are false, but if you change one color, then they will be true. Now, that seems like it could be obviously true in this situation. Memo 43, false. Sorry, we should say true if blue? Question mark? I think this is a... This is a tough one. I think this statement as presented is false. I think it could be true if it said a secret door lies hidden in the blue house. I mean, what has this game been except for secret doors, you know? I guess the second question is this a blue house? I don't really know that it is. The house is multicolored. The house is a lot of colors. I don't know. That's a weird one. That's a very weird one. I don't know how to feel about that one. I'm going to go back to the start and try and draft a coat check very close to the entrance hall because we will need one. Because I think, there it is, perfect. If we pick up Cursed Effigy, it probably will reset our steps to 13. Meaning we do not want to lose out because we did not get enough steps. Or we didn't leave ourselves enough space to go where we need to go. We don't have a key card, so we're actually in a little bit of an interesting situation on Closed Exhibit and on... I'm going to redraw here. And on Foundation. Which is that I don't know. We could 100% just lose this run because we don't have the necessary, because we get locked out. We got 0 footsteps. I just spent 5 coins on that. Okay, we're buying as many footsteps now as we can because if we got laundry room right now, we would just take keys. And we don't need 80 keys. We just need a couple keys. Okay. That's all right. We'll still just play the game. We're a little... The thing I'm most nervous about right now is key cards. And that's a great laundry room. Excellent. Key cards and dead ends are the two things that scare me. So right now we want keys. Which is spin cycle. Nope. Which is fluff and fold. And then we might go back to Treasure Trove, grab our coins, come back and get 1,000,000 gems. Especially if we get Study. The other thing I would love to do right now is draft Security ASAP. Because Security would lower the amount of locked security doors and give us an experiment. Which I would love to just happen to also be running while we do this. Observatory goes the wrong way. Take spare green room and go draft it. There's a shovel. Fancy seeing you here. Break room for keycard is probably the play. Great Hall is... We need to draft stuff that gives us access to the antechamber. So Great Hall is excellent here. Break room might get us the key card that we need, but the longer we wait on break room, if we happen to acquire special keys, the better a chance we have of getting key card, I think. Or maybe it's the opposite way. Maybe music room is the way to guarantee that we get a key card. Because if we this is not a thing I have really tried before. There are a limited number of major keys in the house. What I mean by that is I don't think you can be given a silver key if you already have a silver key. I don't think you can be given a secret garden key. I should probably have started with that one because that one you can definitely not get 2 of, I don't think. So, the more secret keys you acquire... Sorry, major keys you acquire and don't use, the better your odds that music room, which is guaranteed to have a major key in it, will have the major key you are missing, right? Thought? I mean, like, to me that sounds intelligent. I don't know if it is, but it sounds intelligent. We'll take passageway here. And then I'm going to go back to the Western file. So how do we do that? Maybe we take break room here. Get it out of the draft pool. Hope it gives us a secret key. It's not guaranteed to at all. 20, 19 becomes 91. 71 becomes 17. Three squared becomes 9. Minus 23 becomes negative 14. Plus 20 becomes 6 squared to 36 minus 20 is 16. You always got to say it with a question mark at the end. That's beautiful. Music room just became a little bit more likely to have a key card in it. As long as we don't use that key. Or I guess even if we do use it, I don't really know how this works. We could take observatory here. It kind of limits our options. I think I'm going to redraw. Pantry. We really need security, like now. Like right now. I cannot draft security whenever I want to. Take hallway. I guess if we fail today, all we have to do is go call it a day inside of throne room again, right? We'll still have royal scepter. We will still have throne room outside. We'll still have... So there's like literally no pressure. Study is excellent here. Now we need to go back to treasure trove and then to laundry room to give us infinite redraws. I think I'll go do that right now. I think that's just the smartest way. I go through a kick every, usually about every winter, where I start playing a lot of chess. Something about the holidays where I think I just get bored at family Christmas or something. All this time off of work or whatever. So I just get bored and on my phone I re-download the chess app and I restart new games on the chess app. So I've been playing a lot of chess again recently. I'm still bad. I'm maybe a little bit better than I used to be, which was pretty freaking bad, but I'm still pretty bad. Okay, we need to go kitchen, entrance hall, all the way over to treasure trove to grab the money to then get infinite gems. We can draft on this side as well if we want. Probably the smartest thing to do. Use what we're close to. We also can open any treasure chest or any locked chest we find because I have infinite keys. Okay. We're going to turn all of you into gems. Laundry room is like literally one of the most important runs or things I draft every day now. It's crazy. We have not spread anything. Oh, I forgot this connects. Oh shit, we could just go, we can just connect. Two sides connect. These are actually, we're gonna redraw because these are all dead ends. We'll take pantry to get it out of the draft pool. I don't think we need to do secret garden key. I think we want to shoot for music room sooner rather than later, probably. Break room did not get me enough secret keys. Or major keys. I got 0 major keys. Right? Or did I get the secret garden key from there? I don't remember. Where did I get secret garden key? Yeah, I got it from the other break room. Okay. I guess we need locksmith is the other thing we could use. Because locksmith would give us a chance to buy a special key. Observatory here is good. There's music room. Does it matter which order I do that in? That's a rhetorical question. I'm just talking out loud. If I take locksmith after music room, it should have a special key option to buy stuff. I should do this while I still have money. I should do locksmith while I still have money. Let's try for locksmith here. We have gems. Let's do that. Security is worth taking. We should take security. Our goal is going to be locksmith, then music room. We can afford to care that. Oh, that's the parlor game. I was like, what is a wind-up key? I think that's the parlor game thing. Okay. Set security level to low. We want to log into network. Staff services. Let's go ahead and special order a metal detector. I was going to say some running shoes, but let's do metal detector. Check staff announcements. Simon, I was having lunch the other day with Hartley Ruota, who is your uncle's valet and has been on the estate longer than anyone else. He told me that if you call it a day in some bedrooms, there are beneficial effects. I assume his own room might be among that number. Sounds like it might be worth checking out. Yeah, well, you think you're giving me new information, but you're not, so. Thanks, but no thanks. That's fine. I check this every time, despite the fact that I really should not. No data transfers. Let's go ahead and set up an experiment. Okay. Give us crates. Give us crates. I love how often they're giving us crates. It's like they really want us to solve this puzzle. Every room you draft in the next 40 seconds is actually a little dangerous today. I think we might have to go, and we don't have a key card. I think we might have to go with upgraded floor plan. I don't know that there are a lot of odds of that happening, but it probably will happen at least once. The 40-second thing is just a little sketchy because it might lead us to make decisions that are bad in the next, on a day where we don't want to make bad decisions. I'm avoiding drawing using the secret key, secret garden key, when I don't know that I should. I think I might be wrong for avoiding it, but my thought is if I don't use it, then it affects the, like, it kind of affects the draft pool for music room and blacksmith. But I don't think if I have secret garden key on the board, on the thing, that they would give me a... Oh shit, this is my last... Fuck, I've messed that up. We'll take kennel, it's fine. Okay, we gotta go back and get gems. The good news is I don't need the effects of secret garden key just yet. Like I don't need the food. So far we're okay on that. Okay, let's go to laundry room, get 168 gems, and then keep drafting whatever we want, whenever we want to. All right. 173. Sorry, it only cost 5. The other one cost 10. I can just draft north out of passageway. That goes the same place as the other one, so let's do that. Right here. I need to redraw here so that I get something that could go to the... Which door does weight room open? That's the problem. I should know this. I don't. Oh, that's bad. It's fine. It opens the south door. Okay. The problem with the right-hand antechamber door is that our foundation kind of makes it a little sketchy to get there. So the south door is way better. If we got tunnel right now, for instance, we could just get there. But we now only have 25 footsteps, so that's interesting. I'm gonna look for something. I think I want something that junctions to the left so that we can get on the western file. Because we might need to use secret garden key to give us footsteps. Cloister here, I think, is really good. Crate's been removed from the tunnel. Because that's an upgraded floor plan. I totally forgot that that's what we were doing. But and by that I mean I did that on purpose. For sure. Okay, we've unlocked all the doors in here. Shout out to Kennel. None of them are security doors. That's the best news ever. That's still the thing that could absolutely ruin this. 24 footsteps. Give me locksmith right here. Come on. I know you want to. Could rotate laboratory so that it goes here. I think that's fine. Okay. Library goes the right direction, but I'm going to draft. If I take music room now. Now I'm also looking at every room that comes up and thinking, does this give me clarity, knowledge, or insight? Archives is a place where information is stored. So is library. I don't know. This is a great place to take observatory. Goes the right direction. We get to... We're not going to use Inkwell ever again, by the way. I'm not using Inkwell ever again because one of my goals is to get my constellation so far up there that we probably should have used Secret Garden Key there to give us the food. Fuck, I should have done that. Electrical Aquarium here is good. It's an upgraded thing. Boudoir will also be worth drafting. And then we should take Secret Garden Key if we get it here, because Conference Room will all of the sudden be... But these are locked. These are unlocked, I should say. Shit. I unlocked them by digging. I messed up. None of this matters. I'm overthinking all of this. Storeroom is an upgraded thing. Let's go. But listen, I'm an overthinker. It's just how it goes. If this room has a dig spot, we're not digging. I'll tell you that much for free. Let's get locksmith. I would love locksmith. Come on. Come on. There's a music room. We could take it if we wanted to. I don't think it matters, but we should try it. We should try it and see if we can get a key card. We did! That is excellent. So now we can go down and get foundation. If things go badly, we can unlock any locked door. This won't work because we're not there. Okay, so we're at 24 footsteps. Things are a little sketchy in terms of feet. In terms of footsteps. But all we have to do is get to the south or the east of antechamber and things are fine. Boudoir is an upgraded room. We can still go here from other routes. So let's do this. It gives us food. It gives us a tunnel. Let's go. We're going to solve two things at once right now. Nah, at this point, I would say my odds are, I think we're at like 80% going to solve the tunnel today and 20% going to solve the heaviest the crown. That's how I feel. My confidence is waning that I have done the right thing here. We no longer need locksmith. We can just draft anything that gives us footsteps or anything else we want. Courtyard could give us footsteps. It's fine. Let's do it. It's upgraded. It's upgraded. We've unlocked the doors here, which does not count for that. Oh well. Give me a good old turnip. Give me a turnip. You're just giving me trash. That's fine too. Oh shit, I shouldn't have dug. Just in case. No, secret garden wouldn't have worked here. Commissary could give me something good, right? Wine cellar just gives me more footsteps. Let's do something upgraded. Breakfast nook gives us food. So that's good. It's also upgraded. We've already removed 6 crates from the tunnel today. Wow, this is such an overpowered cause and effect. I love it. I did not realize what I was doing when I did it. Okay, so our goal is to get back to Cloister and then go north. With the wind at your back. With the wind at your back. You're on the right track. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme now in my head. It's got to go north twice. Corridor goes north. That's an easy win. Foyer also goes north. Let's take it. Do we want to try and draft other rooms on the other part of this house? Or do we want to just leave? I think we should just go get the crown while we're here. And then if we choose to draft, that's fine. Right? Every time we come in here, we gotta look around just a little bit more and see if anything is weird. Is there any tool you could have that would interact with this thing? We are approaching the sacred hour. I think I've been in here for the sacred hour before, though, right? Burning glass. Haku 2. It's got a thing going this way on a new clue. I think I'm gonna sit in here and wait for a couple minutes. So I'll pause the recording and skip forward on time so that you guys don't have to wait. But I'm gonna sit in here and just wait, just in case. Okay, we're getting close. I think I've done this before, I'm pretty sure. But I still am just convinced there's something going on with this cuckoo clock. The other thing that I'm sitting here thinking is this in eclipse or is eclipse? Because maybe that affects things. Maybe that means something. It is the sacred hour. A broken clock is right twice per day. And now it's wrong already. It's already passed. Okay. We got 26 footsteps. Our goal is to go straight down. Get to coat check, which involves going this way. Then leave. The only thing that does take me past dining room, so I will get some footsteps. If this doesn't work... Ooh, I should draft here just in case. Draft here in case I get an upgraded room. If this doesn't work, I need to come back and coat check something, yeah? I would need to come back and coat check the stone again. And then I would need to call it a day inside of a black room, and I don't know that I would have the footsteps for that, because I don't know where the newest one is. I don't know that wine cellar is upgraded. I don't remember. I don't think so. Yes, mailroom is upgraded. Let's do it. We've already triggered 7. It's amazing. Okay. We don't even have to step foot in there. 24, 23. The nearest black room to the entrance is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps away to get to treasure trove, which might be sketchy with the amount of footsteps we have. Let's see if we can't upgrade something here or draft something upgraded. Do I try to get this crown in my inventory too? Now, this is an interesting question. Heavy is the crown, and I've assumed that it means the crown of the blueprints, right? But is it possible the paper crown is what I actually need? We're kind of lucky here in that we have, if we have the footsteps to make it happen, we have the setup to make it happen that I could have both crowns in my inventory. So if I draft this, I have to then walk here, 21, walk here, 20, unlock it, 19, 18, 17 to grab the crown, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. This gives us something. I don't know. It's beef stew pie. I don't know how much that gives us. Let's say 10. So that puts us at like 21. 20. Where I don't think I can buy any more food because I think I bought it all already. 19. 18. 17. Comes 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. If that fails, 8, 7... 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's close. Let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, it's still in there. Then we have to go this way. Pull this. And then we have to draft something that has a doorway there. Could draft Dovecoat. Could also just keep rolling. Draft commissary. Commissary might have like running shoes. I can't rotate it. God damn it. I probably should have taken Dovecoat. Lost and found we can't take because it could ruin us in terms of items. Gymnasium we can't take. Casino we could take. It faces the right way and it gives us probably almost nothing. We should take it. I don't think it gives us like a couple coins, which we can't really spend for anything. So, though we could wager 20 and see what happens. 2 free spins. Does anything give you footsteps? Wager 20. No footsteps? All I want is footsteps. Or allowance. Allowance is fine too. Allowance? That's fine. We'll take it. I'm a lucky guy. What can I say? Okay. So, reveal tripwire. Lower barrier. Reset alarm system, and we have to run. And if we mess this up, we lose all of our footsteps and we can't do it again. Plenty of time. Okay. Well, I mean, we've done it. Could be... I don't know that it counts for anything, but we've done it. So from here, we need to go Great Hall, then to the right. Can't mess up any footsteps here. Great Hall to the right. $12, $11. This should give us food. Beef stew is plus 20, which is excellent. It's not going to matter to get that many footsteps. We just need to get enough to get to coat check. The best part is we might have unlocked the tunnel, and I'm not going to have the footsteps to check it. Not today. Okay, 28. What do we got in here? Please be an apple in there that I could grab after I have... Should we have saved dinner for after coat check? I don't know. I don't know if that works. That's an idea, though. Save the thing that gives you footsteps until after you've freaking done it. Down to 13. Okay. We no longer draft any rooms. We go with crown, scepter. 2 crowns, scepter, and stone. I mean, we're really testing it here. 2 crowns, scepter, and stone. Down to 11. I think I have the right amount of footsteps here. I think it's 10 here, and then 9 once you enter the room. I hope this does something. I'm probably wrong. Well. I mean, you know, at some point you expect it. At some point you expect it. I am on the right track, but I'm still barking up the wrong tree. So here's the question. Do I break in case of emergency? I think I probably should. But before I do that... No, let's break in case of emergency right now. Okay. So as a reminder, Discord gave me one more hint in case the above ones... in case the above hints are not specific enough, we offer you this 4th nudge to be revealed only in the event you have already considered all 3 of the lines provided and decide you want more. I'm going to click on this image. It's a spoilery. It's an image that I can't see until I click on it. It's a part of a new clue part 2. It is a screenshot of... Sorry, not a new clue. A red prince. A red prince. It's a screenshot of a red prince. It is this page right here. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color, the color blue. Oh no. I've gotten a hint and I have no idea what to do with it. Let's read this in conjunction with the poem that they gave me. With the wind at your back, you are on the right track but need insight on items acquired. Don't put them away, for now you can play, while gathering knowledge required. The last of our hints, the draft of a prince, with clarity for what you desire. Okay, I need to reconsider all parts of what I think I know. Oh, boy. I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost. Here's some things I notice. The skies parted. The clouds withdrew. Also, the poem says, with the wind at your back. So what does the wind, sky, clouds have to do with this? I think there's a lot of possibilities here. It could be this simple. It could be this simple, that I have chosen the wrong final location, aka throne room. Maybe I need to go a different place with these items. A place outside? Maybe I need to set the royal scepter to blue. Maybe I need to draft something of the draft of a prince. Where did I acquire this? I acquired this in this draft of the draft of a prince. That's what that line means. The last of our hints, the draft of a prince. The draft of the red prince. Okay? So we've figured that out. This draft of the red prince is the key. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. That is the cursed effigy. Holy shit. 100%. Paper crown? I don't know. I don't know if that's paper crown or not. Now I'm wondering if I just need to go inside to the actual throne room. Which I did not draft, by the way, today. Uh-oh. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can because I drafted it outside. Okay, let me keep reading. That is the cursed effigy, so we're learning things. That's royal scepter, that's cursed effigy, that's a crown on the head. They say sat on a red throne with a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. I can't get a red crown of rubies. I can get a blue crown of rubies. I can get a blue scepter. Okay. The prince had a love for all things red. Does that, again, point us towards making the scepter red? It's the only true color, the prince often said. I really struggle to believe that the solution to this problem is to make the scepter red, because I don't think that the idea is to go towards red. I think it's to go towards blue or black. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. Now, I will say on this note, I do once again think of the clock tower note, right? Doesn't the clock tower note, which I still don't understand, say something like, southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north, eastward I see a crow, dark of the days coming forth. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves, and he never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. He couldn't see beyond the red shade he was aware. He never caught a glimpse of the world I had to share. Still sitting on the throne. But one day, and this is where things change. This is where things change. In fact, I don't know that this line is in the old book either. But one day the prince saw something new, and if you look closely, you might see it too. A blue butterfly. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color, the color blue. With the wind at your back, you are on the right track, but need insight on items acquired. Don't put them away, For now, you can play while gathering knowledge required. The last of our hints, the draft of a prince, with clarity for what you desire. Now, I will say, I have one other thought. Does the Curse of Blackbridge not end in the grotto? Maybe we take these items to the grotto. I don't know, dude. I don't know. The draft of a prince. The clouds withdrew. Gotta text the wife back real quick. I had thought that the poem slightly suggested going outside, and this extra page does not disagree with that. You know? The poem, I thought, pushed us outside towards the outer room. I have 9 footsteps, so anything that I do here is very sketchy. If we want to keep the scepter, it's 8 outside of this room, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we really can't do anything else. I mean, we could call it a day right here, actually. No, I can't do any of that because I have to go to coat check. So it's 8 outside, 7 in front of the house, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to here. If I want to keep the cursed effigy, if I want to keep the royal scepter, I think that's what I have to do. Which means I cannot possibly do what I'd like to. Which is wander around outside looking up at the sky. I can't go Blackbridge Grotto. I can't go Treasure Trove. If I want to keep these things, which for now I think I do, as I continue to puzzle, I have to go here. I have to check. Cursed effigy. I have to go back outside. Okay, so the good news is I know... one thing I learned today is that I don't think the poem they provided me suggests that I have to draft a room that is in relation to being a prince. I have to look at the Red Prince draft. That's what I have to do. The problem is that I have no real aha moments while looking at this. So this book diverges between the two drafts. This book diverges here. He always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. Do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he'd read in the bath and the bed. Maybe you can guess with the clues we've said. Story of a boy who also wore red. I read the first half of this as a cautionary tale. So yes, he's sitting on... So unfortunately, yes, he's sitting on a throne with the effigy and the scepter. However, this is the thing that we don't want, is how I sort of read it. We don't want to be a red prince sitting on a red throne with a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. That's what we don't want. So, on the one hand, we're on the right track. On the other hand, this is not the part of the book that is, like, aspirational. I mean, I really think we're picking up most of what the book is putting down here. This is the Finn Ares logo. These are the logos. The canary stands for Arch. The crow stands for Orinda. The swan stands for Morajai. The yellow, the black, the white. We're picking up what it's putting down. Underlined the sky makes me a little nervous. Because it's the sky. The sky parts, the color is blue. The handwriting changes here. But before that, he didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves. He never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. Sitting on a bench, sitting on the throne. There's a, like, planet or planetarium little easel here. There's the world I had to share. I think this is his mother. I think this is Mary and Marigold holding a bird of some sort. Looks like a peacock kind of situation. It's got a lot of tail feathers. But one day, if the prince saw something new, if you look closely, you might see it too. Where am I looking? Am I looking here? Am I bringing a magnifying glass to this page? The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color, the color blue. Maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree in terms of pointing us in the direction of black. Maybe blue is the key. We grabbed the blue crown. Maybe we need to set the royal scepter to blue. But they didn't. But the Discord didn't say, "Hey, the page you're missing is this one." They said the page you're missing is this one. The skies parted. The clouds withdrew. How do I make the skies part? No idea. Do I have any room or place on the map that has anything to do with skies parting? Maybe the grotto, the thing out back of the grotto? To me, this puzzle is what's in your inventory and where do you go? That's this puzzle. This puzzle is what's in your inventory, where do you go? I think I'm getting there on what's in your inventory. I think I have a good setup. But I probably need to reconsider everything. So it's possible I need to reconsider what I have in terms of my inventory. Is it observatory? Looking at the sky? The clouds withdrew? I mean, it absolutely could be. That would be a little weird to me, but it absolutely could be. Does it need to be drafted outside? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. Is there anything else with, like, looking at the sky? Do I need to go back to Tomb and re-unlock the place where the Red Prince draft was stored? Clock Tower takes you up into the sky. I mean, it does take you up into the sky, and you do have that window with the lovely view. And it is where I got that note that I still don't understand. But none of this is screaming at me like... There is planetarium. But none of this is screaming at me in terms of, like... This is a solution. I'm reading the descriptions of rooms. Like I need to read the observatory description because I've read the other ones. Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Both words mentioned in this page of the thing. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. I will say, you did not use an Oxford comma when you should have. But that's just my opinion. The book, I mean, I think observatory is my next guess, honestly, because that description is a slightly outside of the realm of normal. It's long and it includes some words that we're exactly looking for. The problem is, so the description is different. It also thematically matches what they're asking me to do in the Red Prince draft, what my mother is asking me to do, which is look to the sky. There's a literal room that's good for that. I have never before noticed that there is this little circle here. I don't know what that's about. This little circle and this little graph. But I need to call it a day right now because I can't do anything else because I have no steps. So here's what we're going to do. I think I probably need to call it an episode very soon. Unfortunately. But I'm going to do one more thing, which is that I'm currently cursed, meaning I want to get rid of that. And one of the ways I could do that is just spend a day going to look at the tunnel. That's what I'm going to do. I ain't even going to go into the house yet. I'm just going to turn around and go to the tunnel. I guess they put you inside of the house, so I have to step inside of the house, but, you know. We removed 7 crates yesterday. First for one more day. Kept the royal scepter, thank God, so we do need to end the day inside of a black room. Sky. The clouds part. So where is this going to take us? That's a door. That's a door. The crates are gone. The important crates are gone. We could maybe remove 2 more crates, but... Let's go. It opens. Where the fuck is this? Is this new music? Why are the bricks shaped like this in here? Do you see this? They shift. And what is this? What is the bottom half of this? Why does it look like that? Now this is very interesting. This is very interesting. The basement key is the key that is so freaking useless right now. It says unknown in the bottom right. The basement key is wildly useless right now. But of course now it is not because we have another basement key that needs unlocked. I can't get it because I don't have key card from like going quickly. It's going to need to be a future run kind of situation, I think. But the other thing that I know because I asked is that I don't think that has anything to do with the heavy as the crown solution. So that's unrelated. Okay, our goal really quickly is to do the following. We need to draft a black room to call it a day inside of so that we keep our royal scepter. We need to... I think that's it. I think that's it. I mean, we have no other real thing we need to accomplish. I want to call it a day quickly and not play out a cursed day. Unfortunately, I would love to keep playing this game for another 3 hours, but I think this is unfortunately about the right place to call it. Observatory. Are you special? Are you more special than I thought? Look to the sky. Nah, you can't go up anymore. I always think, well, what if I just aimed a little higher? You can't go up anymore. Okay. Does observatory have something to do with it? It could. I don't know. Sure could. There's treasure trove. I think we'll call it in here. Because I can get a piece of info and get my royal scepter back tomorrow. So. So interesting. Oh, man. I also think treasure trove still continues to be probably the most important thing I could do every run is like, this is going to... I just have a feeling that eventually... treasure trove will have a solution to something that I'm trying to solve. Like, it just continues to provide me a little bit more information about something. So this is a black box with a sun on it. Sun boxes are true. Is what I have written down. The true treasure of the trove is in this room, but is not in the house. Okay, that we believe to be true. We had gotten, unfortunately, this is what I was just saying. We have gotten to many of we've gotten to many of the hints that this room gives before we've gotten it as a hint. We figured this out prior to getting it explicitly laid out for us. But the more memos that happen, the more likely we are to get something that we haven't solved yet. I'm just going to call it a day in here. I think this is the play. We're cursed. There's no reason to go. We now know what we need, which is a basement key to the tunnel. And then we don't know what we need on the other puzzle still. If you're one of the people who gave me a hint in Discord, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. I did tell you that I would misinterpret and misunderstand your hints. And what can I say? I'm a man of my word. That's going to do it. For this episode of Blueprints, I hope you're enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I appreciate and am thankful for the struggle here. Because if it were like that, where would the journey what would be the fun in the journey there, you know? We need to feel for it to be satisfying, it often needs to feel as if you earned it. And even with hints, I'm trying things, I'm on the edge of the end of my footsteps, I'm reconsidering what I thought I knew, and I'm failing, frankly. And the quickest way to make victory meaningful is to fail multiple times. That's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget to like the video. Bye.